Hello everyone and welcome to another video. Today I want to talk about the Marvel Must-Have, a collection of the most important Marvel stories published by Panini Comics throughout Europe under, of course, the Marvel license. I'm from Romania, so we'll be looking at the Romanian versions here, but as I said, Panini published this all over Europe in different formats, so here we have the books in trade paperbacks, but countries like the UK or France, Germany got them in hardcovers, some got them in premium hardcovers, which were kind of the same, only had different extras. It's a very nice collection. I really enjoyed it. It's not over yet. The initial plan was to have something like 50 books out, but I think they're gonna put even more out. I have this nice little flyer here showcasing some of the collection from the beginning. So the most important Marvel stories exclusively Marvel must have. So they put this flyer out at the beginning of the collection, showcasing their initial game plan. So here we had the first books that came out. We started off with Marvel Civil War, then we had Avengers Disassemble. Again, these were all translated, and here we see differences in what their initial plan was and what actually came out. Different words in the translation there. Then we had Spider-Man, the Spider-Verse story, Old Man Logan, Deadpool kills the Marvel Universe. We had Thanos. I think this translates as Origins, but I think the English title is actually different. We've got a classic here with Daredevil, Man Without Fear, and we had Ultimate Spider-Man and Mrs. Marvel to wrap up the initial run, but as I said, their plan was, and actually is ongoing, is to put out way more books. Here we have what they had in mind, and this is not all of them. As I said, I think they're actually gonna put out even more than this. Shout out to the Marvel mini series here, absolute classic. Starting off with Civil War, the classic story by Mark Millar, who influenced a whole decade of Marvel stories. So, as I mentioned, this was a trade paperback. Here we see the spine and the back cover. Absolutely gorgeous Michael Turner art here. Okay, so let's look inside. The first page, awesome Spider-Man drawing, and we have the table of contents. As I said, these books were translated in different European languages depending on the country, so they were licensed by Marvel Comics to Panini. Panini licensed it to another company, then that company, in this case, licensed it to Litera in Romania, and they translated it and did the publishing and all that stuff. Here we have the credits for the original American release, and here we have the localization team, and we are starting off with this amazing double spread, Civil War 1, and it's what you might imagine. It's the Civil War Collected Edition, again translated. The paper quality is surprisingly good, especially for the price, So as I've said, these were coming out throughout Europe, and depending on the country and the public there, they were either in a trade paperback or in a hardcover. But man, the price! So the premium hardcovers would go for £25 in the UK, for example. I think that the actual hardcovers would go for 20 or 15. Here in Romania, the trade paperback was $6. And actually, the first issue had a special $2 price. $2 for the Civil War trade paperback. You cannot beat this. So, as I said, after the first issue here, the first book, the rest had a price point of $6. Still, $6 for a whole collected edition. I mean, we have Old Man Logan, a very thick book, $6. Some of Marvel's monthly one-shots, are more than that. The price was absolutely amazing. And again, the paper quality really good. The translation, in this case, I liked it. There were no problems there. So as I said, this just collects the Civil War main story as we saw in the table of contents, the first 7 issues of the miniseries. But towards the end here is when things get interesting. We do have some nice bonuses, so let's move on. We have some information about the authors, Mark Millar, and the artist Steve McNiven. Then another table of contents, sort of, for what's coming next. So here we have a behind the scenes of sorts, speaking about the story of and of its influence, of its setting, what led to this. It's really nice, and again, a nice bonus. I mean, some of Marvel's original collected editions don't have stuff like this, so it's nice to see it here. Then we move to my favorite part, and this is a look at the chronological order of stories leading up and going around Civil War in this case. So here we had the Fantastic Four 335. The first time the Registration Act actually came into focus in the Marvel Universe. Then we have the 2006 Illuminati New Avengers series. Moving on to 3 issues of Spider-Man where he donned his new costume. Then we have the actual Civil War. Moving on to Amazing Spider-Man 538 and so on. Again, I really enjoyed this. We have the Mighty Avengers down here. Again, a great look into the chronological order and a nice piece of history, Great place to start. I mean, if you're interested in Marvel Comics, this collection is amazing for new readers, And again, just the fact that they put so much emphasis on the history, getting as much information to the reader as possible in this extras, I really appreciated it. Then we see the first books that were in this collection, their plans. Really nice seeing the covers here. And again, you just started this collection, you see their game plan, it's hard not to get excited for this. And here we had Civil War. Let's move on to the Spider-Verse. And I'm not gonna go through all of these, just wanted to give you all an idea of what the Marvel must-have collection is. So here we have the Spider-Verse storyline by Dan Slott. Again, the spine and the back cover. Again, that format with half a page of art. Amazing stuff. Starting off that awesome Spider-Man costume. And again, the table of contents. Shout out to the Japanese Spider-Man. I cannot wait to get the Marvel Legends figure of this guy. And credits for, again, the original American release and the localization team here. A little introduction. Again, talking about Dan Slott and what led up to this whole storyline. And I was actually forgot when the Spider-Verse story actually came out. It's nice that they put all the information here. So, as I said, as we saw with Civil War, this is the main trade paperback, collecting the main issues. Nice to have Marvel go back to the Spider-Verse again. Some people I've seen online aren't big fans of this, but if they can manage to create another cool story with it, I don't see why not. So, here we go. As I've said, again, shout out. Not the best Spider-Man at all, but one of the coolest. So, moving on to the end, let's try not to spoil everything. I am trying. Okay, extras, come on. So here we get covers, variant covers. If you look at my past videos, you'll know I absolutely love variant covers. So of course I greatly appreciate these nice extras. Amazing double spread here with the Gabriel Delato variants. Phil Noto drawing Gwen Stacy. Then we get this cover by Simone Bianchi. Again, really nice stuff. We get some information on the authors, Dan Slott and Olivier Coipel doing the art, of course. And as you can see, just like with Civil War, this whole all of these books follow kind of the same format, with some backstory here, backstage information, and all of that. And of course, the chronological order that led to the Spider-Verse and what followed. Again, I absolutely love this. Even if it's in Romanian, I do want to leave it for a bit, pause it if you like, and see the most important issues that led up to the Spider-Verse here. Really cool stuff. And again, the first appearance of Spider-Gwen, and that same idea of, oh, you liked this, well, you should try this. I really liked like that. Here we have Spider-Girl, Man, I do hope so. I think Marvel finished up with the complete editions for this Spider-Girl run. I do hope they'll put out an omnibus very soon. And towards the end, again, we have the first books in the collection, getting you hyped up. Again, I really appreciate this. Starting off this must-have collection, you can't look at this and not be hyped up, you know, for what's to come. Really great stuff. Okay, and that was it for my video. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, I'd really appreciate a like, maybe even a subscribe. They mean so much to me. I put out videos pretty constantly, at least I try, you know. I've got a few Marvel reviews in my backlog. If you want to check those out, definitely check out my videos on Black Cat series by Jed McKay and Kelly Thompson's Black Widow. I really enjoyed doing those, and I'm pretty proud of them. Again, hope you'll like them too. I'll see you all in my next video. Bye.